Okay, everybody, this is MOONEY-DASHCAM. If you haven't already subscribed, I'd appreciate it if you did. Alright, today we are in the Junkyard, pulling in now. We're in Willets Point, commonly known, I call it the Junkyard, me and my family call it the Junkyard, but it's commonly known as the Iron Triangle, since if you look at it on a map, it's a triangle. And yeah, this is a pretty interesting, they just paved this road, which is kind of unfortunate, obviously good, but most of the roads look more like this. I mean, it's like a third world country out here. I mean, I'm on a big truck with a lot of ground clearance, and I don't even want to go over 5-10 miles an hour here. Alright, let's get into some facts. In 2011, 10 people lived here. Okay? Today, 1 person lives here. A guy, Mr. Artisan. He still lives in an apartment above a deli. I'll see if I can pass by. It's a yellow building. Yeah, so he does live around here, which is kind of crazy to think, seeing the condition of everything. Yeah, so like I said before, we're in Willets Point, which is Queens. Now this area has been auto body shops, mechanics, all that kind of stuff since right after World War II. So this is deep-seated, this has been around. At one point in 2006, they did a little statistics of the area, that there were 225 businesses, and they employed about 1,800 people. So I thought that was pretty crazy. Wow, this area is, you can see right now with these big trucks, they're demoing some of the old businesses. What is in the road? Are these slabs of concrete that no one moved? Yeah, they are. They're slabs of concrete. Wow. Jesus Christ. That's intense. Yeah, as you can see, these roads are not maintained. The city wants this area gone. So, they haven't been paved in forever, besides that one road we started on. And they're susceptible to flooding whenever there's heavy rain. Just the area that it's in is kind of a low-lying point, and there's no sewers. There's no sewer system here, so the water has nowhere to go. We're gonna loop back around. We're gonna get onto Northern Boulevard and get back into the Junkyards. But yeah, no sidewalks, no sewers. Hasn't been maintained. The city's just fed up. There's actually a documentary. I would consider watching it. It's called The Iron Triangle. I think it's like $5, but it is worth a watch. It talks about like the struggles of the people trying to live here, people trying to work here, make a living, fighting against the government, trying to shut it down. Back in the early 2000s, there were so many more shops. There's like, it's narrowed down to a few blocks. It is 13 blocks of shops. It's been narrowed down to a really small amount. And yeah, people are just, the city's paying people to leave. So this is Northern Boulevard. One here. I'm gonna turn down here. And you can see where it connects to the more civilized New York. They pave the roads, they keep it a little nicer, and then as you creep in to the Junkyard. Come on, dude, I'm letting you go. As you creep into the Junkyard, it gets a little crazy. Yeah, it's mostly car places, mechanics. There's a waste processing plant, junkyards, scrap yards. There's also little delis sprinkled around. Jesus, what are they doing? Little delis sprinkled around and stuff. Snack stands, all that kind of stuff. People walk around selling socks. They'll drive around in a minivan with the back open, sell you hot coffee, whatever other kind of drinks you want. They really want everyone to back up down this whole block. You guys know I'm used to this. Alrighty. Now, backing up onto Northern Boulevard is not going to be fun exactly. Oh, no one's coming. That's the kind of stuff that can happen here. Not really the most normal place. You just have to accept that there's nothing really you can do. There might have been a truck blocking, they might have been, I don't know what they were doing, scraping the road, I think. Alright, we'll go back in the way we went in before. So the area gets its name from Willets Point Boulevard, which we started on. I'll be going down it again. This isn't technically Willets Point, like geographically. There's a spot, I forget what it's called, Fort Trotton. That's more Willets Point, but this kind of adopted the name because it has the boulevard here. So it's known as Willets Point. Go back down here. Yeah, they've been trying to get rid of this place forever, as I was saying. At one point, in 1964, the World's Fair was in Flushing, Queens. So right before that, Robert Moses tried to turn this into part of the park, Flushing Meadow Corona Park. Got shot down. And then that same year, 1964, is when they built Shea Stadium, which has since been demolished in 2009 and turned into Citi Field. Not turned into, but replaced by Citi Field. You can see these are some car park places that stack the cars up on top of each other. Whenever they need something, they go up to it and they pick it out. Yeah, this is like one of the nicest roads right now. I don't know if you can see, but at the top of a lot of these shops, a lot of these places are tire places. The tops are loaded with tires. So I get a ladder, go up to the top, grab whatever tire you need, new or used, bring it down to you. You can see in the distance, that is the tennis stadium. I think tennis is the US Open? Could be wrong on that, but that's where they have yeah, I would love to be able to show you more of these blocks, but they literally, I'm gonna have to back up here. But they literally shut it down. Like you cannot go here. I'll go through this puddle. I am in a truck, so it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, this is not a little amount of water here. This is a serious lake. I don't know if you can see to the right, Citi Field. It's crazy to think that this is a deli right here that's in operation. This might actually be where the guy has his apartment, as crazy as that sounds. Got some car alarms going on. Everyone's looking at me like I'm crazy because everyone knows not to go down there. Little do they know, I'm giving you guys a nice tour. Oh, something crazy that happened kind of recently. I don't know exactly what year it happened. It was a few years ago. I don't know if you guys know Banksy, the famous street artist, the anonymous street artist. He built a 1/36th scale replica of the Sphinx of Giza out of cinder blocks, broken up cinder blocks, and they just plopped it here in the middle of the day, and early in the morning actually, sorry. And people were like, what the hell is this? Eventually they found out, like, I don't know how, they found out it was someone's work of art, and they were picking off cinder blocks from it. The guy that was guarding it, because he wanted to sell the whole thing. Dude, what are you doing? Come through. You want us to come through? I'll do it. Picking off pieces of the cinder block that were on the ground more, and selling them for $100 each, until eventually the guy called a moving company, put it into a box truck, and I don't know what happened to it since then. But if you look it up, it's a pretty cool sculpture. We'll go to the left here. Pretty soon this block will be shut off too. They're just slowly closing everything down. And people are still, see these campers and RVs and stuff here? Those are people's mobile workshops. You could pull up here and get something fixed. I'm sure there's someone in there, or someone sitting around. See right here, they have a tent set up. Crazy. It's crazy what happened to this spot. We actually had a mechanic in this area. My dad went to him. I've been to him a few times when I was younger. He's since moved. But he was a crazy, crazy, tough Dominican dude. That he was a boxer when he was younger. His dad put him into boxing to teach him a lesson. He ended up being like a boxing phenom. He was very good. So he was a tough dude, obviously. And as you could probably imagine, this is not the safest spot to be. Some people try and get tough. So he got into a few fights while he was down here working. One of the fights he got into, he's fighting this dude. The guy stabs him in the stomach, right? Like, puts a hole in him. And he takes the guy, lifts him up, body slams him, and goes to the hospital after. Wins the fight, then goes to the hospital. Crazy to think. That's the kind of stuff that goes on. I mean, there's so many stories of fights. People get arrested here all the time for fighting. Because you have these people here trying to flag down cars. God forbid someone else flags down a car and you bring it to your shop. There's beef there. Their shops are so close together, the competition is crazy. Yeah, so the city put together a $4 billion redevelopment budget to do this spot, to fix this all up. I don't know how it's going to work. But they're supposed to have all the toxic material cleared from the area by 2020, which is in a month. It's December. I don't think they're getting that done. And then by 2022, they're supposed to have up 500 housing units, which again, I don't think is getting done. See, everyone tries to flag me down. I don't need anything done. Don't you worry. Well, there's also a crazy graffiti culture here. People come from all over New York because there's not anyone around here stopping you really. So they come from all over New York to put up their pieces, as they call it. Yeah, this demolition here has been going on forever. Alright, we'll go down this last block, and I think that's it. I think that's all the blocks that could currently go down. It's a sad sight, but yeah. At one point, there were 40 junkyards in here. and they did a little. I was watching some videos on it. They did a little video, and there were 7. I would say now there's probably 3, maybe less. I won't let you guys have to wait here with me for these trucks to move. So I'll end it here. Appreciate you guys for watching. If you did enjoy it, subscribe, comment, like, you know the deal. Alright, thank you.